South Africa, you're being hit. And again, they said, we're not done. We're not finished. So I'm like, all right, okay.
The Western Cape has had to deal with strong winds, heavy rains and fierce fires all in the space of 48 hours.
The massive downpours resulted in localized flooding across the town. Up to 180 millimeters of rain fell during the early hours of this morning. The Gamka River has flooded for the first time in years. This after the Gamkapoort Dam overflowed. Residents of Die Hel have been cut off with no way in or out, and the only assistance brought in by helicopter.
Within George, it looks like we had around about 100 millimeters of rain over that period of time, up till about 8 this morning, I suppose. And in the mountains, it looks like we got up to 180 millimeters of rain. As a result of that, our dam is now overflowing. It's now full once again, which is quite amazing how much water actually fell. So there's been a fair amount of damage around, and naturally the water runoff affecting many houses, and so there are many residents sitting with wet house and wet type of conditions now today.
We've experienced the majority of our rain floods situations during the hours of 5 and 8 o'clock this morning.
As many as 144 schools have been damaged by the storms and heavy rain in the Western Cape. Some schools are expected to remain closed due to severe infrastructure damage or inaccessibility.
When the rain came down, our roof caved in. The water also came from underneath. We helped each other. I had to lend my sister-in-law some bedding because she didn't have anything to use.
Torrential downpours resulted in 200 millimeters of rain falling over a 6-hour period in the wilderness area. This led to the Toes River flooding, which affected the Sand Park's property. The wilderness section of the park has been closed until further notice.
The storms flooded homes and blew the roofs of others. People raced to fix their homes before the next batch of rain.
Residents of Margate in KwaZulu-Natal are counting the costs of the deadly floods that claimed 5 lives. Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs spokesperson Spuniso Mgadi says the heavy rains across the province have caused extensive damage to road infrastructure and property.
Now, roads have been washed away in Margate and Uvongo, houses also having been damaged.
And right now, there are a number of officials here, search and rescue members, law enforcement and other entities that are busy trying to recover a body just off in a ditch that's off to the side of the road here. It's believed that there was a car that had washed away.